So, my name is Wayne May, and for the past 18 years I've been a part of the anti-scam community and a scam beta. So, what I'm going to talk about now is how things can be faked, using more the tools that the scammers would use. It is going to be a very, very skimming the surface topic because there's so much to get through. But if you want to come speak to me after to get more details, we have Jill sitting over there, who is my partner in crime when we do baiting. If you want to know about calling up scammers, that kind of thing, come speak to us later. We're friendly, we're approachable, and she bites, but I don't. So anything online can be faked, and here's how. So we're going to start off a couple of things. We're not hackers, nor do we allow hacking on our site. This doesn't mean that we don't know how to, just that we don't put it up on our site. Other better but slower options are available. Some of the software you're going to see today is very quick and dirty. We're going to do things like face swapping, and if we did that with some of the better tools, we'd be here for the entire day. And where possible, we make the person whose images are stolen aware of the fact that their images have been stolen. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to work our way from really, really simple to more difficult. Lie about it. Be who you want to be. Here we are, we have somebody, Rishi Sunak. If you want to be Rishi Sunak, just say you're Rishi Sunak. If you want to be, which one was this now, because I forgot my notes over there, Bank of America, say you're Bank of America. If you want to pretend to be this super hacker who's hacked into the person's computer, no, not that one, that's the next one, we'll skip that one. That one. This one is claiming that, oh, thank you, my notes. This one is claiming to be a hacker, they've hacked into your system. All this actually is they've taken a database of stolen email accounts and they've sent out the same email to everybody. So that's it, you just lie about it. Next thing up is steal it. Now the first 4 images I'm going to show are of a lady called Danielle Deloney. She is aware that the scammers are using her images. I've actually spoken to her about it as well. But let's look at the details on this. Let's see if my little light works on here. I can't really see it. Never mind. Age and gender, 26-year-old woman with black hair. Okay, possibly black hair, dyed blonde. Okay, now she's 5'11" and Native American. This is not African American. And the one I really like, 113 years old. I'd say they're all the same person. And all these have been taken from the same dating site. So next up, we look at a different dating site. This person, what we'll do this time, we'll take the image that we have there, run it through an image search, and what we find out that this person isn't Fatima, she's actually Bella Rose. Next one up, here we have another one, Hannah. Why it's called Hannah, I don't know. We do an image search and we find a whole bunch of other pictures with him. Click on that and we actually found his Instagram website, his Instagram page. So Sergio Francesco Leonardo, I believe. Yeah, we don't need to search that one, do we? So out of thin air it, this person does not exist.com. I love this site. If you want an image of somebody who does not exist, this just uses AI to create them. Sometimes the results are really, really good. That person doesn't exist. That person doesn't exist. But what you have to be aware of, AI isn't absolutely brilliant and it does make mistakes. So you're looking for the small, subtle signs. For example, in this one, if you look, 2 different earrings. And I said earrings. Sorry, I'm Welsh, I usually say ear. What about something maybe slightly wrong with the hair on this one? Hair and hands are the things to look at. So, yeah. And then, if you want to scare somebody, I haven't decided what this is. Is this somebody's face that they've cut off and used as a mask, or is it some floating head in the background? See, it's great. It's really good, but AI isn't perfect. Not yet. So let's go to Photoshop in it then. The examples I'm using aren't the best, deliberately not the best, because I want to point out all the faults. So let's start with this one. Can anybody see any faults in that? Yeah, lots of... Seeing anything? Okay, shall we start off with... The expiration date is wrong. 0223. Look at the nationality, the sex, and the date of birth. Can you see there are like squares around it? That's what they copy and pasted across. The image has been copy and pasted, but the big giveaway, look at the passport number. Look how it's actually hovering over the edge of the passport. This one again, copy and pasting. If we look at where they put the text in, you'll see $2,200,000 US dollars, but you can see where they've copy and pasted the white over and left little bits of the old text on there. That guy's real. No, he's not. Owl lady. Now, we happen to know that the real person is Susan Helms. And we happen to know that that's the picture they took it from. So let's go into VPN next. I love VPN, it's great. And this one is a video, so I get to rest my voice.
We're now going to demonstrate a VPN, or Virtual Private Network. As you can see from what is my IP address, I'm showing up as being in London right now. Contrary to what TV tells you, getting an exact location from an IP address isn't as simple as it looks. They usually only give a general location unless you're using a company's server, for example, the BBC or even this location. But to change my location, I'm going to use Fast VPN. Obligatory disclaimer, other VPN software is available. So we'll open this up and we'll click on, there we are, we'll do the United States of America. New York, click, there you go, connect VPN, wait for it to connect. Now let's go back and refresh what is my IP address. And now as you can see, we're in New York. So all it took was that little piece of software. It changes everything for you. So we'll go back now and we'll turn off Fast VPN, come back onto it, disconnect. Then we're going to go back and refresh it one more time. And there we are, we're back in the UK. That's how simple it can be to spoof your location.
So next up we have email. Even though I rest my voice, I'm still coughing. The original one we showed you, Rishi Sunak. We'll go back to that. Have a look at the email address on there, how it says public.inquiries@hm-treasury.gsi.gov.uk. All they've done with that is used that as their name. When it says your name, put that in and it suddenly looks like that's what it is. But let's go a little bit more technical on that one. Another video for you.
Okay, this email is claiming to be from Joe Biden, and as you can see, it's got a Gmail email account on it. We're going to go one better than that on this and actually use an email spoofer. So I've already put all the details in on the spoofer, and to jump to that page, as you can see, it's going to show Joe Biden at whitehouse.gov. President Joe Biden, it's the exact same email as before, but this time it's being sent to an account I've made specially for this. All I need to do, fill in the details that you want, then click in send. Once you say send, you'll see at the bottom you've got bsides@scamsurvivors.com. We'll give it a few seconds now for it to actually send to the email account. We'll jump to that page, probably need to hit refresh as well. Nope, didn't have to, okay? If we click on this now, as you can see, it says President Joe Biden. And there we are, the exact same email as before, from President Joe Biden. And if I hover over it, it actually shows Joe Biden at whitehouse.gov. So this email looks much, much more genuine and real than the Gmail one. And it's a very, very simple little program. Quite often it's used with domains that have been hacked by scammers. They sneak this into a little subdirectory and then they can go in and access it whenever they want. And that is how you spoof the email of the President of the United States of America.
I haven't been arrested yet, thankfully. So faker maker it. Now, faker maker is a term that we use to the people that the scammers pay to get the fake websites. Typically, they're going to be in South Africa, and more often than not, they're going to be using templates. So if you look at this one, there's a template. We click on the next one, same template. All it's done, if we look, change the logo, and that's it. Let's do another one. Helping Hands. You can actually see the name of the website up the top as well. Worth pointing out that website names are incredibly cheap. I think they're about £10 a year. It's silly money, and scammers will buy them for a year and then just leave them expire. There we are, another one. Exactly the same template. But sometimes they'll be a little bit more clever and they will actually scrape a website. So if I step back over here a moment, I need to work this out myself. That's the genuine one. That's the fake one. And I only know that because the image that I had is slightly blurry, but it is identical. The little triangles on there are different because it's a moving background. But all they've done, they've scraped that website and uploaded it as their own. So we're going to be the president of the USA again. Now, this is a little bit more difficult than it used to be, because before you could put in a website where you could give the number you want to call, give the number you want to appear as, and it would let you do it. It's more difficult these days because you actually have to do it via an American number. So we start off with an American number. Simple enough. Just get yourself a Skype account. I think it's about £4 a month for an American number. Area code 419. Irony is not lost on me. So once you have that, you can then have it come up. That's my mobile screen there. You can see it actually comes up as being in America. Once you have that, then you can go and do the call spoofing. So you go to a site like this. Again, it has let's begin, my number to call, and fake caller ID. And yes, I'm the President of the United States again. So Fraud GPT, you knew we were going to touch on AI at some point. Let's start off with ChatGPT. If you try to get it to write you a 419 email, it won't do it. Say, no, can't do it, it's not legal, I'm not going to do it. So I tried, it wouldn't let me do it. But then earlier this year, Fraud GPT came out. And this will let you write fraud letters, create hacking tools, teach you how to hack. The only problem with it is, and the reason I haven't tested it yet, these things are expensive. This is Worm GPT, and it's €100 a month. Fraud GPT is, I believe, €90 a month. So if anybody wants to give me money to try these out, I'm more than happy to try them out, okay? So now we've got a virtual cam. Now, I'm going to be using a piece of software on this called ManyCam. ManyCam used to be freeware, but now you actually do have to pay for it. So if you want to get yourself a free copy of it, you need to find an old version .com of it. Yeah, it's free there. So one more video for you. And will it play?
We talk about sextortion scams, and we say that the scammers are using a fake webcam or a virtual webcam. This is the software that they are using in most cases. It's called ManyCam, and it's been around since 2006. Right now I'm just showing a blank image. I used to use this trick to trick scammers into thinking that I had a broken webcam when I was talking to them. But it's got so many more options here. If I click on movies, and then I click on this. Now this is Lily Luck. She's aware that scammers are using her images and are using her videos. We have spoken in the past about it as well. So this is all well and good. You can pretend to be somebody, but where this really comes into its own is when you add another piece of software. I'll refer to this as VCW because I don't particularly like the actual name of it. So again, we have Lily Luck. A different video from a while back, but this time you'll notice that there are buttons on the bottom. So if we change now and go to desktop, then we go to custom desktop, we have a thing that we can pull across to choose the area you want. Let's pull this and resize it. And then click OK. Now you can actually see that this pre-recorded video is what would appear as my actual webcam. But the thing with this one, we have these buttons that I mentioned. If I click on wave, then there we are, she's going to wave. Click on smile, and it's a smile. Click on big smile, and we're going to get a big smile. Now we've used this one because we know who the person is. We know.
Yeah, I didn't click on the fourth one, okay?
By the scammers. There are many, many more out there of people who we have no idea who they are. And they have a lot more options on there. It could be hold up one finger, hold up two fingers, give the bird, anything like this. So when the scammers are using these videos, they have that interaction that they can do, only in a limited case. But it is there, and they do use this to make them appear to be a lot more legitimate.
Hang on. Have I knocked it? No, I haven't knocked it off. Right. Is this frozen? Oh, hang on. Help. Okay, while that's being fixed, the next thing we're going to be talking about is voice morphing. At one point, we were calling up scammers and they would pretend to be females by putting on a squeaky voice. Somebody laughing over there, knowing what I'm going to be talking about. We had a scammer called Ibrahim who pretended to be his own daughter, went off to find said daughter whilst on a phone call, came back and went, hello? Yeah, that's what I did. For a very long time, actually. Yeah, we've broken his laptop. Sorry. So when it does come up, we will show you what's going to happen. What we're going to be doing is showing a voice morphing software this time. And we're going to demonstrate just plain voice altering and AI voices. And it will be featuring yet another President of the United States. Good? Right, to morph it, as I was saying. Yet another video for you.
So this is a piece of software called VoiceMod, and it's a voice morpher. I think it's only a few pounds. I think I paid £15 for 3 months. So it's not expensive at all, and what it will let you do is change your voice to other things. It'll also let you use AI voices if you want to sound like somebody famous. The issue that you will see, and when we come to that one that you can clearly see I'm going to use, you'll see it doesn't do the Welsh accent very well. They always say that if you're going to do one of these with somebody famous, try to do an impression of them. My opinion is, if you're going to do an impression of them, you don't need a voice morpher. So this is clean. Let's click on something different now. Let's click on the narrator, and this is an AI voice. So it should make me sound completely different.
Now that's taken, you can hear that I am right now the narrator. Banana is what I particularly like as well, because it makes you sound like a minion. And when it comes to minions, you have to say the word banana, don't you?
So this is the minion, and here we go, banana.
Champion, this is Agatha, this is another AI voice. Makes you sound like an old woman, and it's fairly convincing. If somebody didn't know who you really were, it was the first time they were hearing your voice, yeah, they could possibly be convinced that you were an old woman. But now, as I was saying earlier, the one that I cannot do, I do not like, because it's supposed to make you sound like this person, and he just doesn't. I think it just makes me sound like I have a really bad cold.
Yes, Donald Trump. Yeah, it's not good, is it? I think maybe if I were American and I could do his voice, I could do an impression of him, then it would probably be okay. But for me, with this voice, doesn't work.
So next up, we're going to clone. We're going to take somebody's voice, just a 30-second clip of somebody's voice. And again, Jill has seen this when I've done it with her voice. The results can be quite scary. So, on this one, there's a site. We're going to click on, you can see this from here. Voice cloning, create a new clone an instant. Put the voice name in, choose the gender. I'm using all males on this one. So we're then going to pull the audio file across. I'd say it's about 30 seconds worth of audio. Sell your soul to the devil. Click on create. And then that's there. We're going to click on use. And it's done. So now we need to put in some text. And at this point we're going to go all Monty Python on you. It's going to create this, and at the day after I finished making this slide, they brought out a new version, because of course they did. So I'd say it doesn't take that long. Sometimes it doesn't sound right, because it would say unladen instead of unladen. If you're not happy with it, click the regenerate button, and then it'll try it again. So once that's done, we'll now give you some examples of this. So we're going to go into the results. Apparently, it's 20 miles an hour in most of Bristol as well, I found out once I drove here. So, tell me how realistic these sound.
The airspeed velocity of an unladen European swallow is something like 20.1 miles per hour or 29.5 feet per second. However, some have been clocked at 46 miles per hour in the past.
The airspeed velocity of an unladen European swallow is something like 20.1 miles per hour or 29.5 feet per second. However, some have been clocked at 46 miles per hour in the past.
Well, the airspeed velocity of an unladen European swallow is something like 20.1 miles per hour or 29.5 feet per second. However, some have been clocked at 46 miles per hour in the past.
Pretty convincing? So what about faces? Let's do a face swap. As it happened, I uploaded this video, went to test the software again the day before I left, and their server was down. So it's so lucky I did this. So this is going to explain how we do a face swap. Again, this is simple, cheap software. Only takes a couple of minutes to do, but the results, even those couple of minutes, are very good.
This program is called SwapFace, and that's exactly as it says on the tin. Swaps faces on videos. We'll pick this video here because this is a quite interesting one. It has somebody with a cigarette in their mouth. So now we've uploaded that video. This was one of the demo ones that they had. You'll see these three faces on there. So we'll pick the one of the lady with the cigarette, click on choose. Then we'll go and we'll pick, let's go Angelina Jolie on this one. I'm going to leave it in fast mode, but as you can see here, it's got fast mode, pro mode, expert mode, and hybrid mode. A hybrid mode is for when you were doing one where somebody is talking. But for the demonstration here, we'll just use fast mode. It does take quite a powerful GPU to work. Mine doesn't have a powerful GPU, and if I tried doing this on my laptop, we'd be there until halfway through the next talk. So we will leave this to run now. It's going to process the video, take out the face, put in Angelina Jolie's face instead.
Okay, can we just skip ahead on this bit now? You get what's happening?
Video.
Yeah. So let's show you the results. And this took 2 minutes to do. They had Salma Hayek on there as well, so I decided to give her a go. Now, in the little talk I was giving earlier that we cut out, I was trying to do Inigo Montoya, one of my favourite films, Princess Bride, and I was going to put Mr. Bean on there. But it really didn't work very well, because he's got hair here, and a moustache. It didn't look very good, but I thought I'd include it just to show you. That's the image. Click on the video so you can see it. Click on the video so you can see it. I haven't broken it again, have I? All right, you get the idea, yeah? So, what can we do? Look for the inconsistencies and lies. As you saw, there can be a lot of them. Ask questions only the person would know. They can fake somebody's face, they can fake somebody's voice, they can't fake the actual person. Go all YMCA on them. What do I mean by that? We saw the fake video where you could smile and thing. Is that it? Get them to do something like that. Or, be really nerdy and do that. Or something that can't be pre-prepared. Never send them money if they ask. And as a plug to my site, scamsurvivors.com, if you do get any emails, come and post them up on our site. Help warn others. And to finish off, I'm going to apologize ahead of time for this, but I thought it was incredibly funny. So thank you everybody for listening. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I stressed writing it. As I said earlier, there is a freebie that you can download. This is the fourth book that I've done, but it's the first book under the Scam Survivors umbrella. Go in, download it, enjoy it, give it out to your friends, whatever. The book, if you want to buy it on Amazon, is being sold at cost price. I don't make any money at all from it. So, again, thank you very much. If you have any questions, come find myself or Jill after, and we will answer whatever questions you have. Thank you, everybody.